4 p.m.
It's funny.
All right. For the tube, say what up, tube.
What up, tube?
What up, tube? All right. Last but certainly not least, for the show. You ready to rock it and roll it? Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Hernan is here, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
the insurance bro, James Cias, and as always, we have another fun-filled, ready-to-go rock and roll episode for you. We are excited. I'm excited. I'm full of energy. Hernan, a little bit all talked out, man. That was must have been a rough event last night for you.
Oh man, we're
was it pretty fucked up?
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up, but it was cool. No, it was awesome. It was actually a really cool event.
But first,
before we get started with that, ladies and gentlemen, 100 is what we're looking for. Hoodies, sweaters, blankets, stuff to keep the homeless warm is what we're looking for.
Keep them warm.
We got some drop-offs coming. Noemi, shout out to Noemi Corona's going to drop off some stuff today. So thank you very much. We're going to get that little thermometer all the way to the top as close as we possibly can.
Because we got 2 days left.
2 days left to get to that $100
days.
marker. To that $100 marker. To that 100 sweaty hoodie blanket marker. So if you guys got anything left.
Sweaty hoodies. We love sweaty hoodies.
Sweaters, hoodies, blankets. Dude. It's a hump day Wednesday for sure.
It is a hump day Wednesday.
So if you guys got any, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. Remember, we're also in the insurance business. He is the insurance bro. Pipeline Insurance is the name of our insurance agency. We're here to help you make some extra dough. We want to share a program with you. Basically, it's a try it before you buy it. If you're a loan officer, if you're a tax office, we want to show you that we can help get you some extra cash. It's easy. Send us the referral business. We're going to win the business for you. We're going to start building this income stream for you. Every month, I'm going to send you a commission statement, and this is your potential income should you get your insurance license. So we're going to show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. If you got basically till the end of the year, December 31st. If you don't get your insurance, it's quite
11 months.
At least, right? Just over 11 months. So 2 days over 11 months. So if you get your insurance license before the end of the year, all the commissions that we've earned for you by then, we're going to cut you that check. So it's like a savings, a little piggy bank that we're going to help create for you. So try it before you buy it. That's how it works. In the meantime, if you do need help with your homeowners, your auto, commercial, workers' comp, whatever it is, hit James up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. We'd love to help you with that. And then, show sponsor for today, Resolution 2020 is having February 13th. I'm going to be one of the speakers there. Actually, I'm going to be moderating a top panel of producing agents. A panel of top producing agents. Man, it's Wednesday.
It's a top panel of producing agents, for sure.
Man. Anyways.
It's that kind of a day.
It's that kind of a day. So we're going to be putting on that event. It's $30 for a ticket. A lot of extra information at that particular event. I'm excited to be part of it. You guys are definitely going to benefit, especially if you're in the real estate game, to improve what it is you're doing. Look, 2020 has already begun 31 days in. There are people at the gym that started off at the beginning of the month and it's starting to get smaller and smaller. How do you keep that resolution going? A good way to do that is being held accountable. Resolution 2020 is one of those events to help your resolutions keep going, your dreams to keep going so that you can eventually achieve those goals. So James is going to drop a link. You can find it on our Facebook page at Business Bros Pod and get your tickets today.
Today.
All
right. Speaking of today, man,
Wednesday,
where are you at,
dude.
man?
All right, so
it's all good.
I guess
I get to pick on you a little bit though today because I'm like just amped.
You got like energy for days. And,
yeah.
All right, so I was even talking about it on my Instagram this morning, right? So last night we went to our event. It was Fuck Up Events. And I was one of the speakers. I got to share my story. It was a great time. I got to meet all kinds of new people. Share with them what it is that we what it is that we do, right? Mm-hmm. Network, get to know people on a more personal level after doing the speaking engagement, and it was great. It was fun. We ended up leaving there about 9:30ish or so. By the time I got home, showered, finished up whatever else I needed to do, it was like, I don't know, 10:30, almost 11 o'clock by the time I went to bed. Now I get up every day. I mean, I still got to teach the next day, right? And
still got to teach.
And so I want to make sure that I still go to the gym and crank out my morning.
Because you got people routine. You got people that keep you accountable and that you keep accountable. So when you don't show up,
like and here's the truth: nobody's really gonna say anything. but in my mind, I've let some people down.
For sure.
Right? And so 4:20 is when my alarm goes off. My alarm goes off at 4:20, and I don't feel like getting up, dude. I was tired because, you know, I mean, I didn't get my normal 6.5, 7 hours of sleep, and maybe also because of the excitement of being on stage and being able to talk to people. That also, you know, that energy was there too. And so I went to I still got up. One of the things, by the way, that I do in the morning to help me continue to get up the next day is I have my gym stuff like right next to my bed. So I have no excuse. Like when I wake up in the morning, it's right there. I don't have to go and walk around and figure out what I'm going to wear. It's already ready the night before.
Nice.
And so I get up and I get my gym clothes on and wash my face off, brush my teeth, and I'm on the way, dude. And I go to the gym and I get on the treadmill and I'm running and they're still talking about the whole Kobe incident, obviously, you know, Kobe's passing. And in my mind, I'm thinking, man, dude, the Black Mamba he works hard. You know what I mean? He pushes through these times of adversities. And I'm thinking in my head, you know, it's Wednesday. How many people are probably out there thinking, you know, I'm tired in the middle of the week and they don't get up or they don't keep going. And I didn't want to be that type of individual who doesn't hold themselves personally accountable. And so, you know, I start pushing, and I think I worked out harder today being tired than I did on other days, just because I kept telling myself that, you know, success is on the other side of discomfort. You know what I mean? This is one of those moments in my life where I'm tired, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't have all the energy, but I'm going to push through. You know, on the treadmill, for example, when I'm running, there's times where, you know, I got to take a breather real quick and I put my hands on the what's that? On the treadmill, like to kind of hold myself up, like catch my breath a little bit. The handlebars, right?
I don't know, whatever.
And when I run, I try to you know, hit my 4 miles without, you know, I call that stopping, right? I call that stopping. It's not really stopping. I'm still running, but it, you know, in real life, you'd slow down the pace. But, you know, I'm trying to make it through the whole time without putting my hands on the bars. And so, you know, and today was one of those days where I just kept going. And every time I got close to stopping, I would just tell myself, you know, focus, like Rock tells himself in the morning, focus, right? or this is the exact point that you're trying to get to in your workout. This is that uncomfortable part that you look forward to, right? This is the part where now is when all the change happens. This is when your body makes all the changes that it needs. This is when you become a stronger individual. This is where your mind gets stronger. It's at that point of discomfort. It's when most people would quit. And so I kept telling myself that, and I worked out really hard. Well, you know, the rest of the day went really well. And I explained in the morning, by the way, in my Instagram in the morning, one of the things that I do is, you know, I'll go to the gym, I'll have my workout, I'll come home, I'll take a shower. And then after I get the kids' lunches and all that stuff ready, I have this 20-minute gap in the morning. And especially on days like today, I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym because I get that nap time, that 20-minute power nap before I head off to work. And so I really look forward to when I have tired days like today. And I did. I took my power nap and then I'm off to work. But even now, like before the show, you're here and we're getting stuff ready and you got all kinds of energy. And I keep yawning. Yawning, right? And you're looking at me like, see, maybe that extra hour would have helped. And I'm like, yeah, it does. But I got it. I got my work in. You know what I mean? Like
you did it.
It still worked. And
I gotta tell you, I'm thoroughly impressed by you. So I don't talk about it as much, but I'm also an early bird. I'm up at 4:15 most days, and I'm not at the gym at 5 a.m., but I spend the first hour of my day journaling and meditating. This morning, same thing. You know, I was with you at the fucked up event and having a great time talking with people, getting to network and getting to know people. I didn't have probably the same buzz of excitement that you did being on stage, but I was definitely excited for you, and I gotta say, you were impressive. Right? Thanks, you were up there, you kicked butt, you handled a lot of questions that were thrown at you in very informative ways. I thought that the people that were on the receiving end of those questions, they were getting a lot of really good information. You showed a lot of vulnerability. You talked about a lot of things that we don't necessarily always talk about on the show. I mean, we do. There's definitely a lot of things that you said that we say on the show all the time, but you were able to dig a little bit deeper on those things. It was really, really cool, really fun to see. But anyway, after all of that buzz and excitement, I get home and same thing. It's 10, it's 9:30 by the time I get home, shower, a little bit of bowl of cereal, right? Because I gotta have my Fruity Pebbles. Gotta have my Fruity Pebbles, right? And then I watch like an episode of Parks and Rec, and like that's it. For me, same thing. It's like 10:30 by the time I finally get to bed, and that's pretty close to my bedtime. Like usually it's like 9:30, 10. But when I woke up at 4:15, I mean, I got up, did everything that I normally do, did my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up out of bed, brushed my teeth, everything. And then I'm just kind of standing there like, I could journal and meditate for an hour, but I don't need to right now. You know what I really need? I need to get that extra hour of sleep. And so I did. And here I am.
Full of energy. At 4 p.m.-ish sharp.
4 p.m.-ish sharp.
Yeah, and I'm not as sharp. And you know what though? And here's the thing though, like I don't think there's really a wrong answer to this, right?
Yeah.
And honestly it comes down to like, if I was really beat, like really, really beat, and my body was really telling me like it's over. Like right now I'm tired, right?
Yeah.
But I'm functional. You know what I mean? I'm gonna finish my day
Debatable.
out, right?
Come on, Sam. Sam's over here calling us guac and bros, and you got a compliment on your nice red shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm the guac. You're the
that
bros.
makes sense.
Guac and bros.
Guac and bros.
But functional,
right? I mean, I got my day done. I was able to complete the task that I needed to complete today, which was very important. It's almost January 31st. Right? January 31st, for those of you who are employers, is kind of an important day. By January 31st, you need to have all your W-2s and your 1099s issued. And so, that was a big agenda item for me today. I was having issues with QuickBooks and all that stuff. And so I had blocked off the day for no podcast, except for, with us, obviously.
Right.
But
No guest,
because it always takes a little bit more time when a guest comes over. We do, we talk to them before the show. We talk to them a little bit after the show.
Gotta do the intro.
All that stuff. So it takes up more time. And I didn't know for sure if I was going to have it done in time. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't know for sure because I had to do...
stupid QuickBooks.
Stupid QuickBooks, man. Yeah, you're having some issues right now. Normally they've been, prior years they've been awesome. This year, man, they're making me wait to the end of the wire. But it got done. And so, yeah, am I 100%, fully awake today? Probably not. But I still swallowed that frog. You know what I mean? Those things that I needed to accomplish today,
yep.
That one thing that I needed to do today, I got it out of the way. Like my body's tired, but I worked out today. My mind is tired, but I accomplished that thing I needed to do.
Yep.
Right. And so, I got like one major thing left to do in the day, which is, I got to take Mila to soccer practice. But but that's not me physically doing something. I just got to drive her there. I'll
crash
probably,
out in the car for a little while.
I could even crash out in the car if I wanted to. Right. but I'm probably going to, do all these little episode things, type up the episodes.
Oh yeah.
And post them while she's at practice, and that's about it. Then I'm gonna come home and I'm probably gonna take call it an early night.
So here's what I want to say though, and this is just more praise being thrown your way.
Well, thanks. I'll
right.
take it. Yeah.
You'll
Head
take
getting
it.
Bigger.
Yeah. Damn Leo. Honestly, it's it goes all the way back to the fact that this is a daily podcast. It's a daily podcast, dude, because of you. Because if it was up to me, there'd definitely be some days where I'm like, yeah, nope, this ain't happening today.
We're not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
it's not happening. And you keep it going. And you keep it going even when you don't want to. You swallow the frog. You do those things that you've committed to doing. Like, nobody's holding your feet to the fire. Ollie, Kelly, Joe, Jose, Leslie, like, they're not holding your feet to the fire. But I know that the moment you don't show up, you're the one holding your feet to the fire.
Yeah.
And it's so impressive the way that you it's your own integrity.
It's my superpower, dude. It's my only I like the whole Gary Vee thing. By the way, we're gonna be dropping the Gary Vee video very, very soon. So you guys want to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Business Bros Pod, or make sure that you're on our Facebook page at Business Bros Pod, so you guys can get that. And by the way, I want to invite all of you to go to businessbros.biz, and become part of our network. That way, you guys can get some of this stuff exclusively early before everybody else sees it.
And or you get all these links.
Yeah, you get an email as soon as we drop new stuff like that, or events that are coming up, and networking events, or you need referrals and all those things. That's the best place to be at. So businessbros.biz. So anyways, I like to listen to a lot of Gary Vee stuff, and, becoming self-aware and figuring out, what is your superpower and how can you use that? That consistency level, like that thing about where I decide to do it and I stick to it, and I'm consistent about doing it, that is my superpower. I've realized, to me, it becomes second nature. Like, it's not impressive to me. Mm-hmm. Right. And it's just something I do. Like, that's just my thing. But I should be describing it more often, talking about days like today where I'm mentally not 100% there, but I'm still doing, because I feel like that might be something inspiring to other people. And I notice that with other people, it's hard for them to do certain things and commit to them consistently on a regular basis. That is my unique thing. Like, everybody has skills and talents, and I couldn't play a guitar if I tried. You know what I mean? Like I did try, and it didn't really work. I don't have that kind of musical. And shout out to Nino, by the way, El Canino for spending some time trying to get me to learn some guitar. Like, my fingers didn't work that way. I love the sound of music. I love listening to music. I even like writing some stuff every once in a while. But those skills are not those are not my superhero strengths. My superhero strength is doing something consistently on a regular basis. And I'm hoping that now when I start tagging people, you're right, they're not gonna Ollie's freaking a beast though. That guy does hold me accountable. He's even we're even trying to do some Instagram live at like 5:30 in the morning, like once a week, to get people to hop on and hold themselves accountable to doing these things too. And I was like, dude, I'm at the gym, I'm gonna have a hard time breathing, but I will jump on these things with you. Not a problem. Just let me know. But that's the whole point, right? Is to inspire others to continue to do what they do, right? And to hopefully show them that any of these habits that you want to implement in your life, you can. You need to create them first. Decide what it is that you want to do, and then take a bite of that frog every single day. Like, eat that elephant one bite at a time, but do it on a regular basis to hit that consistency level, and you're gonna see the results over time. Dude, it's so cool at the gym. It's really like a weird two-tiered culture right now. Like, when I was going at the end of the year, right? When I was going at the end of the year, there's only a group of us, maybe like 5 or 6 people that are there at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Mm-hmm, there's only a few of us. And we didn't really talk to each other. We just know that who we are. We see each other and kind of, the little acknowledge, like, good morning type thing. Right now, it's so funny because with parking, I have to get there 5 in the morning, and now I'm looking for a parking spot right now, and stuff like that. And there's more people in the gym. Those of us who are there in the morning, it's still January, right? Those of us who are there before the January issue. Now we're like, hey, hey, how's it going? Good morning. And hey, everything's looking good. Like, there's more conversation, and it's like, nice. We're a little clique in that place. Like, we know, like, all right, dude,
we were here before.
Right? And we'll still be here after. And it's not that we're knocking the people who are there. We actually want them to come, right? We want to encourage them to get there. But we acknowledge that we've had that, like, this little group is the consistency factor, right? Mm-hmm. We're the ones who are making a difference. And we start to notice each other, right? Like, I had a guy come up to me, and he's like, man, dude, I've seen you since August, and you've trimmed down, dude. He's nice. Like, he's like, you're doing a really good job. I'm like, thanks, dude. It's the running, man. I don't like to do it, but it's the first thing I do every day, right?
Consistency.
And it's that thing that's going to make a difference. You want to lose the weight. You want to feel better. Like,
because you're more consistent than 90% of them podcasters out there.
Exactly. You just got to do that thing. And if you take that one skill set and you apply it to your business, you're going to be successful too. What's the one thing? The one thing.
The one thing. And you know, it sounds like what you're telling me is that there's a bunch of people there that have been there since just the beginning of the year. And we always know that eventually those people are going to fall off. And once you get back down, you know, in December, it's going to be back to that 5 or 6, you know, and maybe a few more that stuck around. But people need help keeping those resolutions, right?
That's exactly right. That was a good lead-in. Okay, I'll give you that.
Oh, the time is 19 minutes and 44 seconds. We interrupt today's regularly scheduled #1 podcast in San Diego for a purely selfish, completely irreverent, sell-out cash grab word from our sponsor. Hernan, what are we selling today?
Your hopes, your dreams. What is it that you want to achieve? You made some resolutions at the beginning of the year. You may not have called them resolutions. You've called them goals, whatever it is you want to call them. We're putting on an event in partnership with Keller Williams. It's called Resolution 2020. Tickets are $30, and the event is February 13th. There are some great speakers who are going to be there. There's their neuro-linguistic programming, 90-minute presentation that you don't want to miss out. Neuro-linguistic programming, by the way, is what Tony Robbins uses. So that's what you want to use to get your mind right. And then we're going to have a panel of top producing agents, which I will be moderating. So you guys are not going to want to miss this event. It's February 13th. Tickets are $30. I want to make sure I see you guys there. Come check it out and learn something, get yourself ready, and keep those resolutions going. The only way that they become important in your life is if you stick to them and you make them happen. They become part of who you are, and then you're going to get up and do it every single day, whether it's 4:20 in the morning and you don't want to get up, but you're still going to stick to that game. So check it out. James is going to drop a link here in the comments. He probably already did. Yep. Resolution 2020, February 13th. I'll see you guys there.
And just to drop some names, what was that?
NLP. Neuro-linguistic programming.
All right, so we got a neuro-linguistic programming trainer, Kaya Redford. We're going to have Gabe Mendez there, and 1 full hour total breakdown on how to take your business and make it explode from Cody Gibson. These are just some names that you will see, along with, of course, the business bro himself, Hernan Cias.
Cool. So hope to see you guys there February 13th, Resolution 2020. There's a link in the comments.
And now, back to the #1 podcast in San Diego, the Business Bros Pod.
Boom.
I love doing that little movie voice.
I know, dude.
It's
like your thing, dude.
It's like, this is fun.
Well, dude, I really think it's cool seeing our guest faces. Like when you ask them just those few questions at the beginning of the show, and then like you write up your intro. And then we have that awkward moment, you know, where I'm talking to them about, you know, all kinds of stuff, and we're just kind of, you know, shooting the shit for a little while, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready, and we start the show, and then
it's funny because like they'll give me a look like I'm ready, like yeah, I'm ready, and I'm excited.
Yeah, you're all pumped and ready to go, and then you give them you do the intro, and I always watch their faces, and they're like, holy crap, dude, yes.
It's pretty great.
It's fun, dude. That's what makes our show fun. Like all the little unique things we do. You know, and that's what I was trying to get across to our to the audience that day. You know, I was like,
yesterday?
Yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday.
Last night?
Damn, yeah. Less than 24 hours ago. I was trying to get that across to the audience. Is like, you kind of got to get over yourself and use this phone that you have in your pocket in the palm of your hand and you know, start videotaping, start using that video and do something. And people always have this fear of, what do I say? Just be yourself, dude. Document what you're doing. Like, we love movies. Right, we drop movie lines all the freaking time.
You dropped movie lines at the event last night. Not everybody caught them, but I did.
You did, right?
I'm like, oh, I know what that is.
Because movies are just such a big part of our culture. It's a big part of our life. Like, you know, there's almost nothing I haven't seen on Netflix other than new shows, right? Mm-hmm. Shows that are Netflix originals. But if the movie's been in theaters, I probably watched it. I haven't watched the Bad Boys movie. Right?
Oh yeah,
we need to go on and
watch. Yeah, but we need to go on a date and watch that one.
We do need to go on a date and watch that. But
Bro date.
I watched Gemini Man, right?
Oh,
the
dude.
Will Smith one.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch it in the theater, but I watched it on. I noticed
It's on
that,
Netflix?
No. I bought
okay.
it on Prime.
Oh, okay.
But that's the point, right? It came out. I was like, dang, I didn't get to watch it in the movie
Wait,
theater.
wait. Bought it or rented it?
No, I don't rent them. I buy them.
You just buy them?
I just
All
buy
right,
'em
cool.
because-
Well, then I'm going to watch them at
Yeah,
some
you
point
can,
here.
you
Yeah.
can. I just buy them because, like, now I can go back and watch it whenever I want. You know what I mean?
Right.
For example, like today I showed a movie in class called An Inconvenient Tax, right? And it's just to show my students, the different types of mentalities when it comes to taxes, how it's connected to politics and all that sort of stuff, because we're doing a tax chapter. So, we had a big discussion yesterday on like filing statuses and the different types of taxes. And I'm
And
getting
your
them to
students couldn't get you to shut up.
Yeah, kind of. You know what though? They actually paid attention because this is one of those things they actually like it. And I try to tell it in story modes, right? And so like, we talk about an example I like to talk about is when we talk about married filing separate, right? And I'm like, I tell them, what the filing status is, who tends to use it, and I give them an example. I'm like Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? And we're like, Jay-Z and Beyonce are two successful people in their own right. So chances are they probably got a prenuptial agreement, ahead of time, right? But the other thing about that is they probably file separate returns. And the reason why they file separate returns is because if something were to ever happen down the line, every single year we know exactly what Jay-Z did and what he produced. We know exactly what Beyonce did and what she produced. And if something were to happen, it's easy to separate those assets along the way. It's very much easier to do that. Higher income earners are more likely to file separate than lower income earners. Low income earners, you don't want to do that. You lose credits, you lose certain deductions, you have to file manual by paper, all these different things. So I try to use stories and then they engage a little more, right? Because now it makes sense. They're like, oh, I know who Jay-Z is. I know who Beyonce is. And then we get into some discussions about, well, of course Jay-Z makes more money than Beyonce, or Beyonce makes more money. You know what I mean? So that the conversation kind of gets fun in class, and it's not so burdensome with, these tax terms. And so, but that's the point is, going back to your original thing and what we were talking about, buying movies. So I bought the movie because that way I can show it over and over and over again. I have to rent it, and it's digital. I can look back. There was a time when we would spend so much time, pirating movies. No, we never did that.
What? Oh, whoa, hey now.
Oh, we never did that. We never did that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't.
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
No. But we watched a lot of movies right back in the day. I mean, that's how we roll. When you're 18 and you don't have enough money to go to the movies all the time, and you're broke, like you got to figure out a way to go to watch them, right?
What were we downloading one time that Cox actually sent us an email like,
you were so this was way back in the beginning days. So speaking of pirating, okay, so we used to have this thing called AOL, right? Dial-up internet. So this is the first glimpse of internet, and I remember getting internet, and I thought, that's whack. I'd rather go play outside or like play football or whatever. But James dove into this thing. He spent hours in chat rooms, and then he caught my attention when he's like, "Hey, check it out! I got these new songs." I was like, "What the hell?"
You got songs?
You got songs on the computer? How'd you do that? And he started showing me. He's like, so I go in these chat rooms.
And then I played it in that one program. You remember?
Winamp.
Winamp.
It really kicks the llama's ass.
Oh man, we're getting all nostalgic here.
I know, but
we're totally off topic. But
it's okay. It's
our show.
We can do that. So anyways, so James shows me he goes on to these chat rooms, and he's over here chatting away, and I'm thinking over here he's chatting to like weird guys in the basement, right? Because that was a stigma back then, right?
It still is.
Only old, weird, bald, fat guys in their grandma's basements are on the internet, and you don't talk to people on the internet. Only weird weirdos are on there. Well, that was true. James was a weirdo, and he was on the internet.
Not wrong.
But he was doing something a little bit unique. He was over there like acting like a server and sharing files. And I don't exactly remember how he was doing it, but put it this way: we would decide which song we wanted, right? And he would set it all up to be running overnight. And by the time we woke up the next morning, we had one or two songs. It was awesome.
We would at least have an album in one night.
Maybe.
I was running on a 56K. Thank you very much.
So it was slow internet times, dude.
Super slow.
But that's once things started to speed up and get a little bit better, we went from getting music that we wanted to getting movies that we wanted, and we're like, yes, this is awesome, and that really allowed us to watch a variety of films and really got us involved with with making movies a huge part of our
FBI is
life.
gonna come bust down our door like, where's your old hard drives?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you gotta find them. Those old computers, man.
They're pretty much destroyed.
They're done. They're done. But it was cool. Like, we started watching movies more and more and more often, and we grew up. We didn't have money growing up, so when we went to movies, it was an epic thing. Like, it was something we did in the summer, and Will Smith would come out with a movie like Independence Day, and it would be all of us, like the 5 cousins and dad, and we'd go out, and movies get expensive after a while, so we can't really do that all the time.
Nope.
So this is how we did it, right? This is how we got things done, and it was a good time. But those things became part of our culture. Now, when we're at speaking engagements, or we're on the podcast, or we're just in person, you're going to be with us, we're going to drop a movie line. Yep. And it's going to be something that we relate, right? Like, I'm stressing.
Favorite movie all time?
Tombstone and Forrest Gump. I can't choose between the two.
Oh, just case in point right there.
Yeah.
I was having that conversation this morning about how every time I came home from deployment or whatever, that we always watched those 2 movies every single time.
Tombstone and Forrest Gump.
Tombstone and Forrest Gump.
And I'll drop, Doc Holliday. I told you, when I die, I know exactly what's going to happen. And my last words are going to be, that's funny.
That's funny.
Because that's just like, I have to fit this cliche. Even Rosa would get on my case. Dude, you guys are way she would tell me all the time when I'm speaking to people or whatever, you got to stop using cliches. You got to stop using movie lines. I came to the point where I'm like, dude, that's just us, right? That's just who we are. And back to our original point, why I even got on this tangent.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, I was advising people at this event to post stuff, to have videos, to do things, to document your lifestyle. Be who you are. Be original. That's what people are going to connect with. When people listen to our show, they listen to the stories that people share, and they have fun with those stories. When they listen to the podcast like today, where it's just James and I, we're just vibing. Like, we're just having fun talking about what we always talk about. And our thing is, movies, business, and those are the things that excite us. Those are the things that give us the energy. Those are the things that when on a Wednesday and after a late night, I get up at 4:20. Now I'm at the end, I got some energy in me again.
Yeah. Right? I was about to say, I'm
that's how it works. That's how it works, because
you're back.
I'm back, right? But those are the things that are deep inside you that make you you. Those are the things that people enjoy and like about you. And those are the people that are going to continue to connect with you. Those people who are like you, who are creating a tribe, are going to connect with you because you are you. You don't have to put out videos like the other guy does or like that other famous person does. Just do you and share who you are on a regular basis. Document.
Yeah.
I had a good so this morning when I was sharing this very similar message, I think it was Sharon. I forgot who it was that was on there and typed away, because I encourage you guys to hop on these lives with me to share, right? And she was like, I don't have makeup on, so I can't be hopping on. I'm like, don't use that as an excuse. It's Instagram. There's a little filter thing. You hit that and boom, it does the makeup for you. So you don't even have to worry about that. And if you're really insecure, you can put little ears on you or little sparkles in the cheeks, whatever it is. But get out there and start talking. Like, nice. Share what it is that you have to do.
Way to call them out. See, man.
It just is what it is, right? It's either it's Yoda, man. You're gonna do or do not. I saw a cool meme, by the way. I saw a cool meme. It was old Yoda, and he's like, I'm the best Yoda, and baby Yoda's like, okay, boomer. And that was a perfect, dude.
Bravo.
To me, that was like the perfect meme that describes what's going on in our society right now, right? Look, why aren't you getting on social media? Why aren't you producing videos? Why aren't you documenting what you're doing? Because you don't want to change. You're used to the old way of doing things, the way you grew up. Guess what? That world doesn't exist anymore. If we were still trying to download music on a 56K modem, we wouldn't have Spotify. Right? You wouldn't be able to have access to music the way you do.
Wouldn't be watching us on Facebook Live right now.
You wouldn't be watching us on Facebook Live. And now we've gotten to the point where, back then, if we wanted to watch a movie, I forgot. I do remember how we watched movies. It's called Blockbuster. But that's the point, is you forgot about Blockbuster. That stuff doesn't exist anymore because we advance, we go forward, we try new things. So I encourage all of you to try new things. Just get out there, share your stuff. You're scared, use the Instagram stories.
There you go.
They're going to disappear.
All right. Hashtag. Shout out to Jeff Redondo. He just wanted to tell you that you were awesome at the Fucked Up event last night.
Thanks, Jeff. Had a good time. You guys put on a great event.
Noemi Corona on her way to bring us some blankets.
Yes.
Ashley Williams, Sam Kermisto, Nino Muna, McKinley Jones. Actually, I said hi to them. Momo, Geronimo, Momo, Reyna. I didn't say hi to him, but everybody else that
Miss you, Momo.
That was. I know it's been a little while. Everybody else that joined us, thank you so much. We love y'all.
That's all. Well, I gotta remind you guys, hey, we're still looking for that 100. So thanks, Noemi, for sending. If anybody else has any sweaters or blankets or whatever, hit James up 619-884-0045.
2 more days, ladies and gentlemen. 2 more days.
Or James@csfirst.com. We're also in the insurance business. Try it before you buy it. If you're a loan officer or you're in taxes or whatever, you got clients, let us help you make more money. We're here to help you. So all you got to do is send us a business. We're gonna do what we do and give the client the best experience possible. We're going to win the business for you. We're going to start building your income stream for you. All you got to do is get a license and we'll help you do that. It's pretty simple, actually. If you go to MikeRuss.org, that's where you get all your licenses, real estate, taxes, Series 6, Series 7, insurance, whatever it is. But you're going to want to get your PNC license, your property and casualty license there. Use the promo code business.bros. You're going to get 15% off, and now you're on your way to getting that check. Let us help you make money. That's what we're here to do. Help you, or we're empowering you to create wealth today and generational wealth for tomorrow. All right.
Woo!
That's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
There's the energy. There it is.
And we're out.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Facebook.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That'll get you going.